Figure, nigga. Boss Hog tapping in. Boss Hog tapping in. Streaming live again on YouTube. I'm still in Georgia, kids. And I want to talk to you about it. I'm still in Georgia. Can you hear me? A 1-2, a 1-2. Okay, you should be able to hear me. So I've been driving for the last 2 hours. I stayed in Georgia last night. I stayed in Albany. And I'm still headed to Florida, but I had to check on some property for a buddy of mine up north. And for the last 2 hours, man, I have been seeing so much raw fucking land. So much raw land. And I'm just thinking out loud. Would this not be the right time to purchase raw land? Especially in Georgia. Because of course you have the Atlanta metro area that's popping. But in the South as a whole. Now, I have not done the full research, but I do know that there are some states that are offering money for people, younger people in their 30s, 20s and 30s, if I'm not mistaken, to move to those states and set up a business. If you've heard about this, please put a 1 in the live chat. These states are paying people to move to those states and set up a business. Would this not be the right time? And let's just talk about black people for a second. You've got the internet and social media. You can literally run your community online. You don't have to move out to West Bubblefuck and then look for a job at the Dollar Tree, the Walmart, or some other place. You're making money online. That's the beauty, or one of the beauties right now of today's, I'll just say, social media economy. Would this not be the ideal time for some people to get together, purchase 50 acres, set up shops, banks, things like that? I mean, there doesn't have to be just one Tulsa, Oklahoma. Hire your own black police force. Or is that not the way of thinking now? If I'm wrong, just say, no, you're wrong, Star. That's not where it's at now. We're all integrated. It's all one love. I don't know. I'm driving by so much raw land. Can you see this shit on my left and on my right? Frank White, thank you for the donation, Frank. I see you, sir. Thank you. Yes, I'm still in Georgia. I've been looking at raw land for the last hour. And again, I stayed in Albany last night. I'll get to Florida shortly. I'm in no rush. You know this. It's not like you have to be a farmer in 2022. It's not like you have to, work the land. Because truthfully, the government is, I'm sure, in terms of produce, vegetables, and things like that, the government has got that, in a headlock. But all of the raw land that I have been looking at for the last 2.5 hours, it's fucking amazing. And I'm so glad I took the road trip, because I need to see this with my own 2 eyes. I need to smell the land so that when I'm talking on the microphone, I can know what the fuck I'm talking about. I'm not just looking at a goddamn video or going by somebody's news report. Look at all of this raw land. Now, you might say, well, would black people work together? That's a good question. That's a good point. No disrespect, but black folk love to support white folks and European folks. Take Birkin bags, for instance. Do you know that Birkin bags came about in the 80s? That's how old Birkin bags are. Why the fuck are young black females in 2022 striving to get a Birkin bag as opposed to supporting some other young black designer or entrepreneur? You know? I don't know. I'm almost 60. I don't have the energy of someone in their 20s or 30s to put together a group of investors to purchase 50, 60, or 100 acres of land. I cashed out in 2017. I sold my trailer park community up in Hazleton, PA. I cashed out, made great fucking money. At this stage of my life, I'm just gonna buy a small piece of beachfront property, put a shack on that motherfucker, step outside every goddamn day, smoke a fine cigar, and I don't want to do shit. I don't want to cut no grass. I don't want to fix a roof. But if I were younger, this would be the ideal time. Am I crazy? Am I crazy? Salute to our ancestors. I'm gonna hurt some of your feelings right now. Salute to our ancestors who left our parents and grandparents parcels of land in the South. And you did not pay the taxes and you lost the parcel of land. Aha! That's a very, very common story. Because a lot of ancestors from the South who did acquire small little parcels of land, they did leave it. They left it to the family. A lot of folks did not pay the taxes. They thought it had no value. Some of them sold it off. Sold it for dirt cheap, or they just didn't pay the taxes. Now look at you. You're trying to move from the north down to the south. Are you trying to move from the north down to the south to set up a business, or are you trying to come down to Atlanta and fucking party? Boy, I can't stand anybody who's over 50 who reaches out to me after you've moved down to Atlanta talking about, yo, Star, we should break bread. Break bread? You're in your 50s. What? You coming down here buying something, or are you coming down here trying to jumpstart your fucking career again? Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to break bread with you. I didn't break bread with you up north. Fuck out of here. Bum ass niggas in their 50s coming down to Georgia talking about, yo, let's go to Magic City. If you don't get your goofy ass the fuck away from me. Anyway, Hey, side note, Jay Prince said he wants all the smoke with my nigga Whack 100, aka Clayface. Aha, the hit and miss is nothing. I'm just gonna go left for a second. Did you see the video? Jay Prince talking hella spicy, calling Whack all sorts of rats, calling him a sissy. And what was up with my homie Gilly and Wallow? Well, I don't know Wallow. What? Gilly and Wallow, they was quiet as church mouses. What the fuck? Oh shit. Were they being neutral, or are they in business with Whack 100? Or was that just some type of weird edit job that I watched? I said, what the fuck is going on here? Jay Prince talking hella spicy, huh? He said, I want all the smoke. I said, well, let's go, old nigga. Me and him are the same age. I met him years ago. Now, I'm not saying I want to see nothing happen, but, you know, Jay Prince be talking that mob ties shit, don't he? Mob ties. Okay, big nigga, let's go. Mob ties versus Pyru. Oh my goodness. Listen, folks, please keep me in the loop on the bullshit, please. Because I'm going to be handling business the next couple of days, so I may miss it. I'm not going to really be, checking out a whole lot of entertainment stuff these next couple of days. But I did catch that yesterday. Oh, and thank you for your compliments on my little Puerto Rican BMW truck. This motherfucker's running nice, boy. Running nice. This is my little road warrior right here, huh? We were going through all sorts of wooded areas yesterday. Again, I got a buddy of mine. He's actually an Italian guy who he paid me to go check out a piece of property. So I went, in person, because he was looking at it on Google Earth. I went and checked it out in person, and I took 2 soil samples. For those who know about purchasing raw land, sometimes you have to take a soil sample. So I got to FedEx that back to him at some point, either today or tomorrow. But anyway, my little BMW truck is rolling along nice. Early this morning, I was listening to an audio book that I've listened to quite a few times. Capitalism, the Unknown Ideal by Ayn Rand. I say again, Capitalism, the Unknown Ideal. I listened to half of it, and then I smoked a cigar. Now I'm back on the road. Again, I'm still in Georgia. I'll be in Florida either late tonight or tomorrow. I got one more stop to make. But I just wanted to talk to you about this raw land. Can you see the land on my right and on my left? Georgia in particular, folks, because of what's going on in the Atlanta metro area, they're revising a lot of different laws. Policies are being put in place. Don't just look to Atlanta. If you're thinking about moving down to Georgia, don't just focus on Atlanta. I was taking some shots yesterday at Columbus, Georgia. But truthfully, you could probably buy up some property there and turn it into something. If not, hey, what do I know? But I tell you what, you better do something before the Chinese and the Arab starts to move on it, huh? Ooh. It's just a matter of time before the sand nigger says, hey, we can get together, pool our resources, and buy 200 acres of cheap raw land. Again, my reason for thinking about this is because of the impact of technology and the internet. You can set up shop and you don't have to go get a fucking job at Home Depot or Lowe's. You're doing it you're working online. You can set up shipping facilities. A small airport. Hell, Tyler Perry set up a small airport. Big nigga star out here getting a goddamn small pilot license. I ain't even gonna talk about that no time soon, huh? I'm planning on making a move at some point. What about some of the other places like Wyoming, Nebraska, Utah? Now, some of those places have tornadoes. This I know. So they may not be the best places to set up a black community. But if 5 or 6 economists got together and said, hey, okay, so you're fronting on the goddamn reparations. How about this? Give us 500 acres of land and we don't pay taxes on the land for 2 decades. How about that? The conversation of reparations is an ongoing conversation. But in the meantime, we would like some land to cultivate our own land, our own police force. I don't know, I'm just thinking out loud. Truth be told, the concept of taxes is a fucking scam. We've had that conversation before, right? The Native Americans, for the most part, don't pay goddamn taxes. Why should the black man be paying taxes? Descendants of slavery. Or those who were originally here, black people. Those who were originally here. I'm so glad within the last couple of years, people have started to realize that. So glad people have started to have that conversation. Everybody didn't come here on a goddamn slave ship. That's why you have to go to the genealogy departments in the libraries. But that's another story. Hey, here's something else I want to put on the table before I pull over and get some more ice from my cooler in the back. I saw a story about transgenders giving lap dances to children. Was that in Dallas, Texas, by way of Pride Month? I saw something like that a year ago. Let me just say, that was disgusting. That was disgusting. I don't give a goddamn what your sexual orientation is, whether you're gender fluid. I don't care. Live your life. I'm an atheist. And I've always said I do have a strong moral compass, which comes to me by way of conceptual integrations. Has nothing to do with religion. But I don't give a fuck about you trying to push your, or I got an issue with, pardon me, I got an issue with you trying to push your sexuality upon children. That's out of line. That's out of line. I think that was in Dallas, Texas. I can't look in the live chat, but I hope somebody was arrested behind that, huh? Transgenders giving lap dances to children. Have you people lost your fucking marbles? Have you lost your fucking marbles? And I'm sure the people who are behind it are God-fearing. God-fearing. I saw that same scenario last year. Was it last year or 2 years ago? So this is some type of thing that they're doing now. Sick and fucking twisted. I don't give a goddamn about a transgender cheerleader now. What is it, on the Carolina Panthers? Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck if you suck a pole or lick a hole. That's your business. But lap dances on children? Somebody should be arrested. That's crossing the line of pedophilia. Anyway, this is the road trip, folks, to Florida. I don't know where I'm at right now. I'll figure it out at some point. I have one more stop to make in Georgia, and I'll keep you posted, okay? All right, so I guess I've come out of the raw land areas. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care and be safe.